You're such an asshole.
Actually, I kind of feel bad about this one because I misread this guy's email. I thought he was spurging out and was not putting, and he did write a cogent email. I misread it and I went off on him. And so I do owe him a sincere apology. And for one of the rare times I'm actually doing this for free. So I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to yell at you like that. So here's a good question. In Cappy's opinion, is the best, it's not written perfectly. In Cappy's opinion, what is the best or top 5 trades for the coming collapse based on barter value, as well as the ability to help with your own self-sufficiency? This would have to be for the average person, i.e. me, as I'm not smart enough for surgery or dentistry. Additionally, I'm taking up TFM's advice and getting the hell out of Dodge for Alaska. Please let me know if that changes the order of the list or makes you think of something unique to Alaska. I like a video and please and cheers. All right, so now let me add a couple more. We're going to go beyond 5. And then also, that would be another one. So, all right, the top 5, as far as my logic takes me, and this is just going to be what the top 5 are in demand. It kind of already correlates to what people earn now. So it's not that much different. But it's going to be your doctors, someone who can keep you alive. I would say your dentist, though some people might argue that dental health is not as critical. There's an argument for that there. Then getting down to where you think you're capable of it, your electricity, being an electrician, because you're going to want the lights on, and having electricity on, having power generation is just going to be invaluable to keeping, the first 2 kind of keep you alive. The second one makes it so that you're not slaving away. Once you get power, I guess I could call it power systems up, which is going to be solar and electrical. Once you get those guys up, then you can really make progress in life. The next thing to protect and keep things sanitized and hygienic would be plumbing. So you're going to want the guy who could do the sewers, running water, things like that, so you have clean water. And then I would also say the 5th most important one would be a farmer, because you want your food. Of course, there'd be arguments for what before and now, kind of, but that's as far as my logic would take me. But all the trades are going to be vitally important, but I would also throw up in there carpentry. You're going to need housing and lodging. And then a mechanic, depending on how crippled or bad. If you're going to Alaska, I don't think the world's going to go totally post-apocalyptic. But being a mechanic, everyone's going to have a car. They're going to want to have vehicles. So you get to these levels, you get to these skills and trades. You're going to have significant bartering power. Matter of fact, like in a post-apocalyptic world, not that we'd get there, but Lord Humongous would not be bumping off the mechanics. Lord Humongous would not be killing the doctors. You kind of see this in Soviet or tyrannical and dictatorial things. Like, no, we got to keep those guys. Although Stalin did kill people anyway. But in communist countries, if you were a scientist, you were given better treatment because you could build things. So those right there, doctor, dentist, electrician, plumber, and farmer, those, you guys are kind of set. And then also it's divisible. Farmers obviously could trade off your crops. The rest of them, you'd be doing it based on a per hour, per job. Carpentry, obviously, could come in and barter those skills, but those would definitely be the top 5. But that is not to lessen how valuable. I'm trying to think what else. What are some other trades? I think we got kind of all of them. You can build a house, you can get food, you get clean water, you get transportation. I think that kind of cover it all right there. For guys, there's something girls could do. That's the sad truth. Ladies are not going to like that. There's a trade women could engage in that'll be in more demand than any of that. And it's certainly a divisible unit of currency. But for the handful of women that we have tuning in here, there's a trade you have that definitely could pay the bills. I guess also really that you could textiles, like being a tailor, would be a metalsmithing, being the blacksmith, kind of go back to your old, why didn't I think of this? I'm probably focusing on the critical stuff. Any of you who can make booze, a distiller, hell yeah. I mean, just think of your Wild West town. What was it? There was the mercantile guy. There was the butcher. There was the blacksmith. There was the, I guess, law. You could be a sheriff or a lawman or a defensive man. Doctor, dentist. They didn't have electricity, but those guys are going to be up there. Plumbers didn't have plumbing. That's going to be up there. And mechanic, that'd be your horseshoe guy or your livery, the horse stables. But there was always Miss Kitty in her house, wasn't there? I mean, there you go. I mean, you really want to know what the trades are. The best trades, go watch an old Western and kind of modernize it a little bit. I mean, that's what's going to be there. But there was also always someone who, the tailor, patch, because clothes have become expensive. You take clothes for granted. And I'm old enough to remember, like, if you skinned your knee and ruined a pair of, mom was pissed. Oh, God, in your good jacket, too. Well, what'd you let me run out with my good jacket for then? You knew I was going to play rough and tumble. Oh, yeah, patch pants, yeah. That, a tailor, male or female, obviously. But there's one trade women have that men don't. Ooh, the horrors. Pun. See what I did there? And because I didn't put the $100 super chat minimum, I do have to answer these. And thankfully, we only have one from a person who really doesn't count. It really doesn't count. Atham Eldecua, with no doubt our Mexican poops for super sticker. I can't see the Mexican poops because I cannot see super stickers, but we have that there. Swallow Blue, $2. Farmers, really? They're the first to go. That's because the communists are stupid and they don't know how real work works, and they bump off the farmers. And they're like, "Where's the food?" Which I'm not joking. This is why, if you looked at like what causes the number one cause of death, it's not war. It's starvation caused by communists. Because usually it's the elite class. Look up Lenin, look up Stalin, not poor people. They came from upper classes. Mao, look at them all. What's the other guy? Everyone with glasses guy. Forget that guy. They all were from the upper class. And they didn't know how to work. And they thought food just fell out of the skies. It showed up at the grocery store. And like, where's the food? And then everyone dies. Everyone dies. And that's without a bullet being fired. The most evil thing in the world is communism. The most destructive thing is communism right there. And so, yes, the farmers are now, you might get bumped off. Maybe you say you're not a farmer, but you get some books on agriculture. You learn how to rotate crops. You understand soil and nitrogen and all that. There we go. Boom. Okay. You know how to like kind of tend to your own crops. Like, I don't know. This is just a hobby farm. I don't know how to. You just kind of keep it on the down low, but you have like a ton of seeds hidden somewhere. Fine. Then you go ahead and you become the crop guy. But honestly, what I would do, you go get your place over in Alaska, right? You set up shop. You got some kind of trade. While the machinery of humankind is still operating, relatively speaking, stock up on food. I mean, have the machinery, the big combines, GPS coordinated. Go have that, make your food, store it up, get your pantry, have non-perishables, get your freeze-dried food, and then buy it. So enough. I mean, my ideal goal would be have like 10 years of food. And I think that will cover you until like the electricity comes back on. But that's what I would do. Why farm? Farming sucks. Farming sucks. That's real work, man. Joey Biden, $2. Trotsky. Yeah, was he fancy? Was he posh? I mean, also, and I don't even really have that much of a personal antagonism towards the guy, because you have to understand the crippled environment he came up in. But the most popular, I guess, internet communist would be Vaush. If I recall correctly, he grew up in Beverly Hills. There's you want that guy in charge of anything? He doesn't know how food works. He lives in the boo. Feral Android, $5. I'm rewatching Deadwood. Richest men were the pimps. Yeah. There's another thing. Drug peddlers. Dude, you get some illicit stuff like alcohol. Alcohol, I think, is just easier to make. I don't know how to make fentanyl. I don't know how you make that. I mean, go to Afghanistan right there. Who are the heroin dealers? Obviously. Boo, boo, boo. I think we're all caught up. Boom. All right. See you guys later.